Hello, welcome back to the Chelsea debate. We've just watched Chelsea beat Barnsley 1-0 in the FA Cup fifth round. I'm Dom Toner, as always, Josh Langford with me. Josh, that wasn't the best of games, but it was a win. How was that to watch? Your end, anyway, because I didn't enjoy it, but I'm pleased with the win.
Yeah, no, I think I'm pleased with the win, but it was painful, to be fair. Particularly the first half, it was just poor, wasn't it? We didn't really turn up. But yeah, sometimes I think we just got to take the positives that it's the job done and we're in the quarterfinals. So I'm trying to think positive.
Do you know what? He made 10 changes and he was right to do that. We've got to look at some of the other players, but people didn't take the chance. But let's start with the positive. 1-0, and it's Tammy Abraham. Now that he's someone that divides opinion, but ultimately he got the goal and he also made the goal line clearance. So what do you think of Tammy tonight?
I think he put a shift in. To
Mm.
be fair, like you say, obviously he got the all important goal, and then with the goal line clearance, he did do quite a bit tracking back through the game.
Yeah.
So he put a good shift in, but it just wasn't a vintage performance, was it?
Do you know what? I don't think Tammy's ever going to be one of those players that looks top class. He did work hard tonight, and that will maybe go under the radar. But he's just a bit clunky in what he does. But he got the goals, an easy goals, good move, wasn't it? And it was Reece James who set it up. It was a good goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean I love a goal like that. I really do. It's like a proper, old school striker's goal with effectively just a tap in.
Yeah.
Reece James made it with like the 30-yard run, and then yeah, no, it was a beautiful, well taken goal. Yeah, it's just hard to take, isn't it? We all went into that game expecting 3 or 4 goals. So, but
Yeah.
no, Tammy did well. He took his goal well, and shout out to Reece James for the assist.
Yeah, there was talk of like, was it onside, offside? Seen loads of angles. I think it was onside though, like because they
I
kept
thought it was
showing it.
onside, and I also want to say it was nice to actually get back to just relying on the referee and linesman without all the VAR drama. I actually enjoyed that. It was probably the most enjoyable thing of the game.
Well, you say that, but Tammy should have had a penalty first half. That was another thing he was involved because it was a foul as far as I saw. He got fouled in the box. He didn't take any of the ball. He took the man. VAR would have overturned that. But at the end of the day, decent night for Tammy. I don't think he's going to start in the Premier League game, but he's definitely, he said to Tuchel, look, I'm here and I'm willing to fight for a place. We mentioned Reece
Mm.
James briefly. He came off for the second half. We actually changed formation, played
Yeah.
three at the back, and then Christensen came off, didn't he? And Rudiger came on, and then Alonso came off. Reece James in at that right back position. Played well, didn't he? He was only at a half, but he looked decent.
Yeah, no, he came on, did what he needed to do. I think we looked better, sort of going back to a back four.
Hmm.
So no, I thought he was brilliant, to be fair. So he was one of the sort of better players. Obviously, you've also got to mention Hudson-Odoi. I
Yeah.
thought he had a great second half. Sort of every time we looked dangerous going forward,
Hmm.
he was generally involved, which was good to see. And I hope we see him back in the starting 11 for the game against Newcastle.
I think we will. He definitely looks like one of those that's really sort of thrived off a new manager. Obviously, he was getting minutes under Frank, but he's definitely standing out. And yeah, he looked to, like you say, if anything was going to happen, it was through him for most of it.
Mm.
Little shout out as well, Billy Gilmour. He didn't play incredible, but he actually played the pass in the build up for the first goal. He came in, didn't do too much wrong. Wasn't quite the same, was it? Not having Kovacic and Jorginho. Actually told having Gilmour and Kanté. I don't know if a month ago I would have been saying, look, I'd start Jorginho and Kovacic in the next game, but it wasn't quite the same. But Gilmour, I'm glad he got 9 minutes. He played all right, didn't he?
Yeah, no, it was good seeing him get 90 minutes. I do think he's potentially a little bit of a victim. It's the first time he's really played under Tuchel. So I think he needs a little bit of a run. We were talking a few weeks ago, weren't we, about Hudson-Odoi needing a run, and he's now paying it back, looking dangerous and hitting form. I think we need to see the same from Gilmour. The issue is, obviously, we're winning with Jorginho and Kovacic in the middle.
Yeah.
So it is hard, isn't it? It's hard to say, oh, yeah, change a winning team. So,
Yeah.
but no, it was good seeing him get 90 minutes. And I hopefully he'll start getting on, for the last 20 minutes of games and start to build a bit of form. And then he's got more of a claim.
Yeah, it'll be good. We've got to talk about the negatives, though. Obviously, on this channel, we want to talk about the positives, and I think we've done that there. But there were some negatives, weren't there? And the two main suspects, I don't know if you saw it the same as me, but Hakim Ziyech and Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, poor. I was gutted as well because, well, on our social medias and obviously in these videos, we've been sort of big advocates of both players.
Yeah.
But neither really took the opportunity. They couldn't get into the game. When they did, they were very wasteful. I mean, both players gave the ball away repeatedly.
Yeah.
Just a lack of end product, really. I don't want to, we don't want to dwell on the negatives. That's not what we're about at the Chelsea debate. But I do think, it's like what, £100 million worth of talent, across the two. You've got to expect more, haven't you? And they've got to start delivering more now. I think we've all been patient, but it is getting to the point now. In particular, Pulisic, with the fact that he's obviously played in England longer, they need to start stepping up and delivering.
Yeah, that's a fair point in terms of Pulisic. But we saw what he could do in post-lockdown before his injury. We saw what he can do. Didn't quite happen for him tonight, and I think you're fair to sort of call him out in that respect. But Hakim Ziyech, for me, man, he was so bad. Just a couple of corners, absolutely dreadful. When you pay that, and the technique he's got, you shouldn't be hitting the first man like that. And he just looked dejected. He got subbed off late. His shoulders were down. I think he knows that he wasted a big opportunity tonight. Yeah, it was against Championship side, but he really didn't take it. Big shout out, to be fair, to Barnsley. So I've not done that. I apologise for that because they did play well. They pressed us high. They were organised and they were a decent team, weren't they? And perhaps unfortunate, they'll see it from their point of view, weren't they? Because they played well.
Yeah, no, I think for chunks of the game, they were the better side, weren't they? And they had chances. Kepa made a couple of great saves, to be fair, which again was nice to see. But yeah, Barnsley definitely had the chances, and sort of they looked like a good team, didn't they? They've been a bit sort of yo-yo in the last few years, but they look to be developing the mid-table in the Championship. So I mean, for them, it's positive, isn't it? They've sort of kept Chelsea well under control in a game that certainly, as Chelsea fans, we were expecting to not have a walkover, but be very comfortable in, certainly. So, no, shout out to them.
Yeah, it wasn't, it was unfortunate for them. I think we'll wrap the video up now. We'll do a full review. Just one last thing, though. Mason Mount, he was fully rested tonight, and we got through, so it was a good decision. But how much did we miss him? Because for me, it really looked, you could tell the difference when he's not on the pitch.
Yeah, couldn't argue. We did. We missed him loads. Yeah. But, as you say, right decision. Hopefully now he'll be fresh because he has played a lot of football this season. So I think the rest will do him good and hopefully he'll tear Newcastle to shred next.
I hope so because Werner as well rested. So it's one of those, if we had lost that tonight, you'd have said, why not play? But it's worked. That was a quick review. We'll do a full review on it. So watch out for the on the channel because we'll do a full one. Cheers for all the support though on the YouTube, and please follow us on social media on the Twitter at Chelsea_debate and on our Instagram, which is _Chelsea_debate. Any final comments before we wrap it up?
No, that's it. Keep our eyes out. We've got a lot of fresh content coming out at the moment. So yeah, thanks for the support.
All right, well, it finished Chelsea 1-0 on the road against Barnsley. Certainly not vintage, but Thomas Tuchel, 5 games unbeaten, up the Chelsea. Let's keep going. Cheers.
Cheers.